What's going on YouTube, and welcome to Digital Perspective. I'm Khalid and that's you. Oh, she's not here today. Never mind, I guess. And in today's video we're going to be going through how we're going to finalize and put the concept art that we've put together in the last two videos, and we're going to animate and prototype them in this video. If you haven't seen part 1 and part 2, be sure to check them out in the cards. I believe I'm going to put them up there and you should be able to see them. And yeah, be sure to check those out first, it's very important. And in this video we're just going to be prototyping the animation that you're seeing on screen, and that's essentially what we've been working to produce. If you like the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to us and turn the notification bell on if you haven't. It does help us out a lot. And without further ado, I guess let's just get into the video. Right, so final stage, prototyping. Probably one of my favorite parts of the video. So let's just get into the screen. So you can see here, this is where we've left off from my last tutorial, and we've pretty much colored everything in. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start animating. So for example, this Resident Evil movie poster, once we've clicked the next arrow or we've clicked on this poster, it moves and we get the next posters come up here. So how do we want things animated? Well, let's go and create the second screen first. I think that's the most important thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to create each stage individually first. So we're going to go in, the second movie is Scream. So I'm going to drag my Scream movie, put that on there. You can see that it's already changed there. I'm not sure what the movie is called, but I'm going to say it's Scream 2022. We're just going to say it's that, right? There we go. I'm going to say Scream 2022. What else? Oh, movie poster. So if we double click on the video, click on the little play icon and click on the image, we want to change the movie poster to the Scream's image. We want it to loop back. We don't want it to play video or audio. Yes, absolutely. Oh, one thing we need before we forget is we need these to size down. So I need the size of that one. The height is 130. Now I'm just going to remember that so that when I size this down and then size this up, I know that it has to be, I'm going to lock the aspect ratio, paste that. There we go. I want it to come out from the middle. Border, I want it to be red, obviously, and the border for this gets to turn off. Perfect. So now we know that this is the one that's activated now. I might see how this looks anyway. No, fine. So that's the second one. Scream, blah 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 blah. Then we'll do the third one. Pretty much the same process. Pretty much the same exact process. If I can get my mouse to work. Perfect. There we go. We are going to drag in the Venom clip that we own. We have here. Perfect. And double click on that. Click on the video. Get the option up. Click on the placeholder. And we want that to be Venom. Perfect. And obviously we just need to change the title, so that's Venom. I think it's called Let There Be Carnage. I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure what Carnage is. I don't even know if that's spelled correctly. You'll have to excuse my dyslexia, bear with me. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Here we go. How about that? We'll just get Google to spell it all out for us. And we've got no one to blame then about poor spelling. Let there be, and we'll put Be Carnage in the second row. Be Carnage. Perfect. Okay, again, that's probably not rated 18, but never mind. So I believe this is 139. We'll do this, we're literally doing the same thing. This is height is 139, so do that. Lock the aspect ratio, 139. Perfect. Let's push that in the same thing there, and then this needs to be sized down. Make sure that the height and everything is matched. Turn that off. put the border on that one. Perfect. Right, okay, so yeah, so by default what we want that to go into that, to go into that. So if we do some really basic prototype, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean, right? So with trigger, what is this? Okay, so with trigger of this one, it obviously does nothing. With oh no, go back. So if I click on screen, if I click on the screen poster, I want it to go to there. I want it on tap, yes. I want to auto animate to that one, yes. And I want it to take about 1.2 seconds and possibly a snap, right? Do the same thing. If someone clicks on Resident Evil, it goes back there. Now, because I've done some of the changes here, it automatically remembers my previous animation settings, so I'm not going to change much in that. So I'm just going to drag that in there. And then for the last one, if someone clicks on Resident Evil, it goes there. And then if someone clicks on Venom, it goes there. So let me just click play and show what I mean. So you can see here, obviously it starts to play the video already. If I click on this, it automatically, see how this moves up and this moves down. That's essentially what we're looking for, right? So if I click on that again, you can see that, right? Perfect. And all the videos play fantastically. You can see that there. And you can click on any of the videos and it goes in. So now we're going to go a little bit extra. We're going to start animating some of these things in and out, right? Because I want it to be a little bit more interesting than this. So since the Resident Evil one is, we're going to copy that and bring that there. And I'll show you why in a second, because what I want to do, this is going to take some technical explanation, but hopefully you'll follow me when I say this. This is going to be our first loading in screen, right? So these things will load in from a certain location, certain thing. This, however, is the repeated one. So if someone was to, let's say, go to Scream or Venom and they came back, I wouldn't want them to come back to this. I want them to come back to this, right? That's how it is. So this is almost the loop artboard, whereas this is the intro artboard, right? So and I'll show you what I mean. So let's say I want this to come in from, actually I wonder if I can do a mask. I'm thinking outside of a box here, just for a second. Can I mask that? Oh my god, I can. Ho 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 ho. I've just had an idea, folks. I've just had an idea. Alright, cool, you're gonna love this. I'm gonna drag the mask all the way up here. I'm gonna drag the start of the mask all the way up down here. And then for the rest of these, I'm gonna double click on them. I'm gonna select them all individually. Right? I'm gonna hold the shift button and press down 3 times. I'm gonna let go of the +18, shift 2 times. Let go of Raccoon City, shift 2 times. And then oh crap, I've lost it. I was hoping this wasn't gonna happen. There you go, press enter. Okay, fine. I think I'm gonna have to go to the layers section just to find out where this thing is. There we go. Perfect. So double click on that and shift down. So ultimately what's going to happen is I just need to copy this. So I'm going to copy the mask because I need to create the same exact mask on here. So I'm going to take that, delete that, paste it in there, so we've got the exact same layer on the other ground. Again, if I'm going too fast, stop, pause, rewind, follow me, and hopefully it makes it easier. But essentially what I'm doing here is I need to have the same mask with the same title and the same layout inside the next artboard, otherwise this won't work. So I'm selecting everything again and I'm just moving everything back the way it was. So 1, 2, 3, and then take that off. 1, 2, take that, oh no, take the play button, 1, 2, 3, no, let's say 2, and take that off, 1, 2, perfect. So ultimately what that's going to do, and I love saying the word ultimately, but ultimately, what's that going to do is this will open up, the mask will open up, at the same time it will bring the animation in. So prototype, I want to make this my first layer, and I want this to automatically start, timed, no delay, automatically animate, perfect. Play. So you see what's happened there? Show if I can rewind it. Oh, won't let me play. Okay, I'm gonna have to try it again. You see what it's doing there by the text. I think I should slow it down actually. Let's say 5 seconds. You see that? Yeah, see that? Beautiful, isn't it? I mean, maybe 5 seconds is a bit much. Let's see. Oh, not 53 seconds. Let's say 3 seconds. And I want it to ease in and out rather than snap, in fact. All right, let's try that. Ooh, I mean, what else can I add in there to make it a little bit more smoother? I think it needs to be faster. Let's go back to snap and let's go for 2 seconds. And also at the same time, let's go for the masked group. Where is it? Masked group. Can I turn the opacity down on that, please? 0. Right, so the opacity is 0 on that as well. So there we go. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now 2 seconds seems a bit too fast now. Right, okay, let's do 2.5 final, and then we move on. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And the video obviously has to start immediately, because otherwise it doesn't serve its purpose. Right, audio playback, play automatically, and it's looping. Yep. And the video plays. Perfect. Okay, so when it's on this stage, what I need to do, in fact, is I want to copy the mask shape, just the mask shape, right? So it's just this shape, the rectangle here. I'm going to double click on that and just rename that and just say mask shape. Mask shape. Oh, cannot spell, can I? Right, I'm just going to copy that. And the reason why I'm going to copy that is because I'm going to go into this, I'm going to paste it, so I have the exact same thing. I'm going to select just the text and the mask shape, right click it, mask with shape, same thing, right? So I have the exact same thing as I have on the first one. Paste that again, just the text and the mask with shape. Perfect. Here's the special bit. Now, because all of these are already in their final stages or their final settings, we want it so that when you go from Resident Evil to Scream, for example, that the mask goes back into itself and then the next mask opens up. So I'm going to go into Scream, I'm going to copy Scream, I'm going to go back into here, and I'm going to paste it on top of the Resident Evil. So I know that mask 3 is the Scream, so I'm going to hide the shape. You can see there, I'm hiding the shape, and I'm going to go into mask shape 2, which is fine, and I just need to do the same thing for Venom. Copy the Venom, come back to the first poster, paste that, so we know that mask group 4 is Venom. Perfect. Now, since we've already done Venom, what we're going to do is we're going to copy Venom, we're going to paste it into this one. So we already have done Venom. I'm going to go back to the first one, I'm going to take Scream, which is mask group 3, and I'm going to paste it inside Venom. And then we're going to go back to Resident Evil, copy the original one, which is obviously mask group 2, come back here, paste it, open mask 2 and select on a shape, and then reduce that, because obviously we know that it's not Resident Evil section, this is the Scream section. And once you've actually reduced that, obviously make sure that you reduce the, actually I want to see what it looks like without having to reduce the opacity first. So once we've done that for this one, I'm going to copy the Resident Evil group again, I'm going to come back to Venom and I'm going to paste it. So ultimately what that happens is once we click on the next one for Scream, Resident Evil shrinks and Scream pops up. And then the same thing, if we go from Scream to, let's say, Venom, Scream shrinks down and Venom pops up. If we've done it right, it should work. So let's play and let's see. So this is now Resident Evil. Click on Scream. So you see how Resident Evil left, but then Scream came in straight away. So you see how they're going on top of each other. Now ideally, what I'd like to do is somehow find a way to delay it. I need to somehow figure out a way to delay this. I'm not sure how I can do that, but it does work, right? So I'm going to try, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to go back to Venom. I'm going to select the other two, which is obviously Scream and Resident Evil, make them opacity 0. I'm going to do the same thing here, select Resident Evil and Venom, make them 0 opacity, go back here. I'm going to select Venom and Scream, I'm going to make them 0. Let's try it again, play. Okay, I think that's much better. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, I prefer that so much better. There we go. So you can see how this kind of zooms in and kind of masks in and masks out, so to speak, right? And last thing is, I've noticed that the beginning one is very laggy, but let's see how that goes. So again, that beginning thing was very laggy. It's not doing it anymore, which is annoying. But what we're going to do with these ones, select all of these video posters, go down one, one, and then select them all, and then set the opacity to 0. You can just come from the left hand side, opacity 0, and then you can come from the left hand side, also opacity 0. Again, let's play that. We should have, so you see what we got there, all these come up, but I've noticed my Resident Evil is not playing. That text thing is not showing up. Why is that? So if I click on there, if I put my mask up a little bit more, let's try play there. Okay, so I know exactly the reason why it does that. The reason why it does that is because if I look at that, that's mask group 2, and if I go into here, it should exactly be the same one. So I'm going to copy the mask 2 from here, come back into this one, I'm going to delete this one, paste it there, right? And then if I select my mask shape, do that, and then hit play, you can see it does that again, right? So it works. It's a naming convention thing, which is really annoying sometimes. So I'm just gonna have to do these. Just do this again, and then just select that, opacity 0, and then press play. There you go. All perfect, right? So let's go back and let's see that in action again. Can we see that in action again? Let's see if we can see this in action again. View, enter full screen, and then hit play, and there we have it. Right, so ultimately this is what we've been trying to create for the last 2 videos, 3 videos apart from saying that. So if you haven't checked out the other videos, be sure to check them out in the end cards, and we'll put them in the description down below as well. But yeah, so you can see here it looks fantastic, it works. So we can click on any of them in any order and they work perfectly. Awesome. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you've missed part 1 and part 2, we've put them on the end cards there, so I'll put part 1 up there and part 2 down here. And yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Be sure to smash a like button on us and subscribe down below. It does help us out a lot. And until the next video, I guess I'll see you later. Peace.